morning, Redeemer. Welcome to this video. We're going to read from Genesis chapter 12 and read about Abraham. God just promised Abraham that he would have many descendants, that God would make Abraham's name great among the nations. And Abraham, he lived by faith and not by sight. So when God asked him to go to the place that God would show him, he packed his stuff, he was obedient, all his family, his household, everyone joined him. And he went away from his home. And at a certain point in time, he arrived at Bethel. And there he built an altar and worshipped. He called on the name of the Lord. And he was living by faith and not by sight until that moment, because then a famine struck the country. And he thought by himself, this is not going well. I'm going to lose my future. I'm going to lose my life maybe. So I'm going to go in another direction. I'm going to go to Egypt and try to save everything over there. And he went to Egypt, weird plans, a lot of things went wrong. And at a certain point he left Egypt again. And the Bible says he went from place to place until he reached Bethel, the house of God. And there he worshipped God again. And this is beautiful because it showed God's faithfulness. The place where the connection was lost is also the place where he, after a long time, came back and connected with God again. So that's the first encouragement for you. Like if you feel that at a certain point in time you lost the connection with God because you were too much focused on career, on great things, and you succeeded, it went very well, but deep down you know that you lost the connection with God at a certain point. Go back to that point and ask God for forgiveness and connect with him again at the house of God at Bethel. And the second encouragement, like if you feel a lot of pressure from things that are happening around you, maybe in relationships, maybe in job, in health, can be anything, choose to live by faith and not by sight. Do not get disturbed by the circumstances. Live by faith and not by sight. I hope this encourages you. Know that there is always a second chance. There's as many chances as we need with God. We see that in the prodigal son as well, who also went away from the house of God, went away from Bethel, and went from place to place to place until he reached home again, until he reached Bethel again, and was reunited with the Father. So be encouraged and have a blessed day. Live by faith and not by sight.